So today we're going to use our chalk Couture inks and create some mugs that we can use at home. This is a simple project that just takes a minute or two to do. We're going to be using our new Summer Celebrations transfer. And this is the Explore More, where you can see we have 12 different designs. The two we're going to use today on our mugs is our Happy Camper and Say Yes to New Adventures. I thought this was pretty apropos since I feel like my chalk couture business is me saying yes to new adventures. These are mugs that I just found at the dollar store. And once we ink them, we will heat seal them in the oven, 300 degrees, for about 20 minutes. And that will make it permanent, and so you can wash them and keep the design permanent. So we're using our black chalk, our black Couture ink. You can see it says it is a permanent ink. And I've just given this a little stir, but the consistency is already pretty awesome. And we're going to take our Say Yes to New Adventures transfer. This is a little bit of a sticky back transfer, so it's going to stick on here and hold really nice and tight. When you first get your transfer, you just want to make sure that you have a towel nearby where you can kind of fuzz the back of it a little bit, as I'm doing off to the side here. And that just makes it so it's going to be easy to pull up off the cup once we add our ink. So I just got to decide where it is I want to place this on my cup. And if I don't like it, I can always rearrange. And if I've fuzzed it enough, it won't get super sticky on my cup, and it'll make it easy for me to pull it back off. So feel free to play around with it a little bit and get it to where you want it. And when you put it down, you just want to make sure that you've rubbed your finger all over the surface so that it is all without bubbles. Now, I didn't quite like the placement of that. It looked a little crooked to me, so I'm going to use this little swoop to get it in a better position, I think. There we go. That seems a little bit straighter. And I'm choosing to use the black Couture ink, but you could use white or yellow, whatever you like. And so we're just going to dab a little bit of the ink on, and then we're going to use our squeegee here to spread it out. Now this is our small squeegee. It's a full-size squeegee. I prefer to cut my squeegee into thirds and use smaller pieces. It just gives me a little bit more control, it feels like. So you can do that if you want. And we're just going to spread it out and make sure that we're covering all the negative space on our silkscreen transfer. And I'm just going to take the excess and put it right back into my container, because we can use that again for our another project. So we're just scooping off the excess with our squeegee and putting it right back into the container. A couple little extra globs here I want to get rid of on the transfer. The mugs are nice because I can stick my hand inside without making a mess and getting my hand in the ink. Now the ink is permanent, so you want to try to make sure you stay inside the lines. Don't go past the edge of your transfer. And it's a little bit more forgiving in terms of time than our chalk paste is. Sometimes with the chalk paste you want to move a little bit quicker because it can dry on you. But the ink, as I said, is a little bit more forgiving. So I'm just going to put that squeegee off to the side, and then we're just going to take a corner here and lift our transfer straight off. There we go. So say yes to new adventures. Simple. It's just that easy. I felt that some of my friends were not quite convinced that it was as easy as I said it was, so I thought a quick video might demonstrate indeed that it is. So I'm going to put that one off to the side, and we're going to do our second one, which is our happy camper. And I just love this expression. It's one of my favorites. I want to feel like a happy camper all the time. Now this has a little bit more negative space, as you see on this transfer, so you just want to be aware of that. Let's see, do we like the placement? Rounded surfaces are always interesting to think about when we put it on. And you'll notice I don't have a lot of nails, so if I'm smart, I'll leave myself a little place here to pull up, make it a little bit easier on me. All right, so same thing. Whoops, I let my, there we go. Always good to have a little bit of a cloth nearby to clean up your hands. As you see, I got a little dab on me. And just have a little disinfectant wipe nearby, because that's going to be really great to use to clean your transfers when you're done. We're just going to run them under a little bit of warm water when we're done here. The transfers, that is, and clean them up, and they'll be ready to reuse. We can reuse our transfers about a dozen or so times, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, depending on how good you are with taking care of your transfers. And I have found that the best way to take care of them is pretty promptly after using them, getting them to the sink or putting them in a water bath and washing them with some warm water and letting them dry a little bit on a paper towel. And here we go, we're gonna pull this right off. You know what? This A looks like it needed a little extra. There we go, that looks better. Same with the E, okay. Pull this right up. And there we go. There's our happy camper. And now we have our happy camper. We're going to let those dry a little bit. And once they're dry, we can go ahead and put them into the oven. As I said, 300 degrees for about 20 minutes. I did these other two transfers here just a few minutes ago. And this is using our coffee and sunshine, but first coffee, which I really liked the black and white combination. So that's it. That's all it takes to do your very own mugs. If you would like to order your supplies and make your own, or if you'd like to join me at a class, just connect with me below and I will give you instructions on how to do both. Thanks.